Hello, my name is Anthony Comoda, and today we'll be taking a look at analyzing and looking at the different types of attacks and migration techniques. In this lab, we will be conducting host security practices using the command line along with scripts, and overall compare and contrast the types of attacks. This is the lab topology we will be using for the lab.
Let's log in to Ubuntu virtual machine and open the terminal. On the terminal, enter this command. This command is used to. Now that this thing is running, we need to start the service in order to progress through the lab. Next, we'll be using this command. This verifies that the service called deny hosts is not running. If it is running, stop the service. Based on the deny-hosts.conf file, check to see where it places the denied host. Type the password when prompted, then press enter. Notice that the denied host's IP is configured into /etc/host.deny. Now launch the Kali virtual machine and log into the VM, and open up a new terminal. In the terminal window, type the command below to test the SSH connection to the Ubuntu system. If you're prompted to continue, type yes and press enter, and type the password if prompted. Notice a confirmation of being able to access the SSH into the Ubuntu system. Change focus to the Ubuntu viewer. While logged in into the Ubuntu system, focus on the terminal window. Type the command below to grab the log entry recorded from the SSH connection that was initiated by the Kali system. It's case sensitive. Notice a log entry indicating the system accepted as an SSH request for the Kali system. Change the focus to the Kali viewer. Within the terminal window, type the help command below to see what available options can be used with ncrack. Initiate the ncrack tool against the Ubuntu's SSH service by entering the command below using a predefined password list. Let the ncrack application run for 1 to 2 minutes. Once finished, notice that the tool has found the password. Within the terminal window, start the deny host script on the Ubuntu system. Type the command below and type the password if prompted. Change the focus to the Kali viewer. Attempt to SSH to the Ubuntu system with the credentials gained from the ncrack tool using this command below. Notice how the connection is being automatically closed by the remote system. Determine if the IP address is being blocked or if SSH traffic is being blocked through this command. Noticing the output, we can determine that the IP address is being blocked since the remote host is still listening on port 22. Change the focus back to the Ubuntu viewer and view the contents of host.deny file. Type the command below. Notice that the file is populated with the IP address belonging to the Kali system. It can be concluded that the deny host service has blocked Kali's IP address based on its attempt to force itself an SSH connection with a remote system. Now let's analyze the Ubuntu's auth.log file for the failed password attempts with the case-sensitive command. Notice the failed attempts created by the ncrack application. We have just successfully brute forced SSH. Leave the Ubuntu window open to continue with the next task. Now the next part of the task is simple. We're going to unblock Kali. To remove the block entry from the host.deny file, temporarily stop the rsslog service. Type the password if prompted. Next, stop the deny host service. Type the password again if prompted. Now for the next part, we'll be using a text editor for the terminal called Nano. So we will edit the host.deny file by removing the 203.0.113.2 IP entry. Type the password when prompted, and use this command below. Use the arrow keys to navigate to the IP entry and press backspace to erase the entire line. Quote SSHD colon 203.0.113.2 as shown below. Once modified, press Ctrl plus X to exit. When asked to save the modified buffer, press the Y key for yes. Press Enter to confirm the file name. We've just unblocked Kali. Leave the terminal open for Ubuntu to continue with the next task. Now for the next part, we're going to explore all the tools used to exploit the sudo command. First, we need to escalate to root privileges. Type the password when prompted. Once you get the privileges, type the command below to create and edit the hacksrus.txt file. Once in the VI editor, type the command below. The input is recorded at the bottom of the VI editor. Press Enter. After the command is created, you'll be presented with the numpad prompt. Type ID followed by pressing the Enter key. This command will print the current user. Notice that you are running a shell as root. Type who am I to confirm that you are the user root. Press Enter. Type exit followed by pressing the Enter key to close the shell. Press the Enter key once more. Notice that the prompt returns to the VI editor. Type the command below followed by pressing the Enter key to quit. While in the terminal, type the command below to analyze the log file showing privileges being escalated to root. Leave the terminal window open for the next task. Now the next step here is to demonstrate a denial of service or DOS attack. As a side note, and a warning, please do not attempt this section of the lab on a personal computer. It will cause serious harm to a machine, resulting in an inoperable state. While in the Ubuntu window, type the command below, followed by pressing the Enter key to monitor the live CPU and memory usage within a terminal window. As you see here, the htop command not only shows commands, but also shows the memory and the CPU usage. Open a new terminal window. Right-click on the new terminal icon and click New Terminal. Make sure to arrange the display of the new terminal window where you can see both terminals side by side. In the new terminal window, type the command below to initiate a fork bomb attack on the Ubuntu system. Watch closely at the terminal window with the htop running. After 3 to 4 minutes, notice how the CPU usage spikes, reaching almost 100% while both memory and swap memory are spiking as well. What is happening here is that the Ubuntu system is running out of memory by forking a process infinitely. In other words, it is making multiple copies of itself that is setting off a chain reaction resulting in quickly exhausting the system's resources. Because the system is overwhelmed, the HTOP application may be slow and unresponsive. Keep an eye on the uptime value and see whether it is incrementing. If it is not, it is unresponsive. The DOS attack is successful. You may proceed to the next step. Click the Ubuntu tab. Select the drop-down menu for Ubuntu and select Power Off. Wait 1 to 2 minutes until the task finishes and then select the drop-down menu and click on Power On. Now the last task here is to destroy a hard disk drive with one of the commands. Again, as another side note and warning, do not attempt this section of the lab on a personal computer, as it will cause serious harm to the machine. First log in to the Ubuntu virtual machine and then launch the terminal. Run iotop to actively monitor disk input/output activity by typing this command below. If prompted for a password, type it. Open another new terminal window by right-clicking on the terminal icon and selecting New Terminal. Position both terminal windows so that both can be viewed at the same time. Type the command below to mimic an HDD attack if an attacker had access to a physical machine within a network infrastructure. Type the password if prompted. Notice on the terminal running iotop, a heavy input/output activity is taking place. Wait 1 to 3 minutes until the system crashes. Click on the drop-down menu on the Ubuntu system and select Power Off. Wait 1 to 2 minutes again until the task is completed. Then power on, launch the Ubuntu virtual machine and log in. Wait 1 to 3 minutes until a message appears showing that no operating system is available. The DD command has been successful in such a way that the damage has been done. The command process kept writing random zeros on a partition SDA to the point where it can no longer function because of the overwritten file.